Hello and welcome to another episode of Beer Man's No Bull Beer Reviews. Today I have a beer from a brewery that I have not done a review for yet. This is from Church Brew Works, which is out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. They're a brew pub that's located in an old Catholic church. They don't do a lot of packaging. They do bottle a couple things in 12-ounce bottles. They do a couple 750s like this, but not very often. So there's really not a reason for me to have their stuff or get it when I go up there, because I would have to either go directly to the brewer. They might have some. They don't distribute it that much either, though. But this one specifically, so this is called Cherry Quadzilla. Or actually, it's just called Quadzilla, but it's a cherry quadruple. They also have another one. It's called like Blueberry Quadzilla, which is Blueberry Quadruple. It is 10.3 ABV. You can see that like T-Rex thing on there. I don't. Yeah, it's I guess Godzilla, but it looks like a T-Rex. It's kind of weird. I mean, they're similar, but not really. Anyways, this beer was given to me by a friend in Pittsburgh, and as far as I know, they have different labels for this now. But he has a lot of very, very old bottles in his cellar. So I don't know how old this is, but it is definitely at least a few years old. But I would venture to say it's probably like 8 to 10 years old. I don't know. It's been a long, long time since I've had this beer. I mean, it honestly might be as almost that long since I've had this, anyways. But when I had it then, it was fresh, of course. So I have no idea when I did have it fresh way back then. I did like it, but again, that was fresh, and that was also my likes and my palate have changed a lot since then. So I don't know how I'm going to perceive this one, but I am pretty excited to have it again because it's been a long time, and I always like sharing new Pittsburgh beer, or not new Pittsburgh beers, not that are newly brewed, but new ones that I haven't done on this channel. So, and that's not really a good sign because that cap came off very easily, but it doesn't look gross under the cap. You see there, it looks pretty clean, so that's a good sign. Give it a pour. Like I said, I have absolutely no idea what to expect from this. And man, does that look gross. Still carbonated though, so that's good. Might be a little low on the carbonation, but it's still there. So I guess it doesn't look as gross as I initially thought, but I mean it's for sure. You could see it's a really dark ruby red, almost a brown color, but it is not. It is not transparent. It is pretty cloudy in color. It had a small off-white head. So I definitely smell cherry. That's a good thing. It kind of reminds me of Castile Rouge, which makes sense because that's like a cherry Belgian beer. I do get a little bit of like cardboardy oxidation, but to be honest, it's pretty minimal. And like I said, I don't know that this is like actually 10 years old, but it has to be at least 5, so that's still pretty impressive. There's a little bit of like caramely sweetness and some like light chocolate notes too. It doesn't smell bad. There's something. No joke, there's something in there that tastes like dirt. I have no idea what that is. I'm honestly very afraid to take another drink of this. Because I told you that. I don't know, though. Now that I'm thinking about it, though, I said that cap came off easily, which I thought was weird, but if it wasn't fully capped, this thing, for being as old as it is, would be it would be flat. There's no way that it would still be carbonated if it wasn't completely sealed. So, and this is definitely not flat. But there's something really weird about this. I'm gonna take one more sip. I think it's probably okay, but because it doesn't taste infected or sour. It's just weird. Yeah. Honestly, there's something about this that tastes like dirt. I'm trying to think of a good way to describe it. So, I don't know if any of you guys have had beats, rhythms, and I think it's beats, rhythms, and rhymes, or beats, rhythms, and music. I can't remember. But it's a saison that Fauna Flora does, but it's not mixed culture. It's a clean saison with beets. And the beer itself is like, purple, like pinkish purple because of the beets. Excuse me. But I've had several different different batches of it, and some of them kind of just taste like their standard saison strain. But I've had one or two that were super earthy and tasted like dirt. It tasted like they didn't even wash the beets off before they threw them in the beer. And that's what, it's not as strong, but that's what I'm getting out of this. I'm sure I'm fine drinking this, but I cannot drink any more of this. This one's getting dumped. It is not fair for me to give it a rate. I'm not going to give it a dump rating because that would only, to me it would only be proper to say that if I knew this was relatively new. You can't really expect too many beers to hold up for a really long period of time. But Belgian quads are one style that I a lot of times hope would hold up for that long. This one didn't, and it could be something, that weird flavor I'm getting could be something from the cherries too. So I'm not going to tell anyone not to buy this. I want this to be more of just a lesson of don't let things sit in your cellar forever because they turn into this. So, I'm not going to give this a rating. I'm just saying I'm going to dump this because it's old, way past its prime, and it just tastes really weird. So everyone who thinks aging is a good thing, 95% of beers I would not recommend aging, and even the ones you want to age, I would say maybe 2 to 3 years max. Beyond that, it's just nothing good's going to come of it for the most part. Like Lambic might be one of the rare exceptions, but even those I usually find are better, fresher, or maybe with like 1 or 2 years, but not much beyond that. But that's just my own preference. That's all I got on this one. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think, and I look forward to doing the next one. Thanks.